Alright, so this one, it's a Nintendo Switch. This Nintendo Switch is the issue with it is that the Wi-Fi is not connecting. Usually that has to do with the Wi-Fi chip, which the Wi-Fi chip is right over here. This could be a very tedious job, to be honest, because it's a BGA chip. It needs to be reballed. Potentially, I'm gonna see if I could take it off of another board because I don't carry these chips in stock. We're gonna grab one from a donor board and solder it onto this one. Let's see what we can go ahead and get done here with this switch for this customer. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and remove that chip. Yes, I am live. I am live. Let me test my my chat real quick, just to make sure that it is in fact working. Okay. So this here is, why is this not turning on? Um, this chip here is our Wi-Fi chip. The number one, that's bottom left. Go ahead and get it removed without knocking any components off of this. The goal is to take it out without causing any sort of issues. What is this? Motherboard. Oh. Only concern is this connector over here. I don't want that connector too. Well, actually, we got multiple connectors. We got that one, that one, that one. Ooh. Okay, that is a problem. Look, underneath the chip, we don't have any connectors. We have other chips. I think I'm gonna have to do that from the heat it up from the bottom instead. Hmm. I can't. Let me see. How can I do this without? Okay. Now I need to make sure that my hot air station can go towards the very bottom of this. This should be able to. Hopefully it doesn't fall down though. Got thermal paste all over my hand now though. I need to find the best angle for this. Huh? No, I'm just talking to myself, man. Yes, I'm showing the chip where trying to find the best angle with how I can take this. I'm not sure if this is the best angle, but it's the better angle without without, how do you call it, burning any plastic connectors. We got one right there. Right there. Connectors I'm referencing are these here. So that's a plastic connector there, which is right where this, near that chip, and these two here, or three. Actually, if I have the air blowing this way, the air sometimes still tends to go to the back or sideways. And that's what I do not want to happen. So let's see if we can get it from the bottom. We're going to heat it up from the bottom. Get this chip out. If we see that we're not able to, then we'll try a different way. This board is not that thick, so it should get hot pretty quick. All the smoke we see is the flux burning. I can't grab it. Ah, it's ready. There we go. We didn't knock any components. Awesome. We got the chip out. The soldering on is the easier. Taking off, however, for this one is a little bit difficult because it's small. It looks big on camera, but it's a small chip. Let's remove all that solder from there. Let me check the bottom, make sure we didn't move any components also at the bottom, which we shouldn't have. Nope, we did not. There's no plastic connectors, which is the main thing. Now we will use a hot iron to clean this out. So before we do that though, we're gonna add a little bit more flux to this. Uno111, what are you working on right now? I am working on a Nintendo Switch. This Nintendo Switch does not connect to Wi-Fi. So what we're doing is we're replacing the Wi-Fi chip. Excuse me. So yeah, that's what we're working on right now. So right now what I'm going to do is put a little bit of low melt so that I can mix my low melt solder with that leaded free solder that's on there. And grab the chat here. Alright, chat was not carried over to here. There we go. Yo, appreciate the follow button. Uno. Thank you very much. Hitting that subscribe or follow button on our Twitch. Okay. Let's use our wick, and we're gonna clean this up real quick. Clean up my tip. Make sure we don't have any sort of solder. We do have a bridge over here. Let's see if I can grab it. I did. We had a bridge between two caps. And I'm trying to do this as gentle as I possibly can so that we don't tear any of these delicate traces. Okay. That should be good. You saw who? Who? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh yeah? White eyes are your run. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Alright, so this one's practically done. The only bad part is I see one pin out of all of them that still has way too much solder. This one here. Let's see if we can get it. Can we get that? There we go. Oh. What did I do here? Did I tear? I think I tore one of the traces on accident. Let's take a look here. Or is it just flux? It could be just flux. No, one of the traces I did tear. Is it torn? I can't really see here. This one here, is it torn? Or is it oxidized? Oh no, that's not a trace. That's just... It is a trace, but it's not one of these pads. That's a conformal coating there. So that's not one of them. It's kind of like this over here. Like that one right there. Doesn't have nothing. Cool, so I need to put a little bit of conformal coating there. Otherwise, it looks clean. And just put a tad bit of conformal coating. Sorry if this thing is blurry, y'all. I just need to put a little bit of conformal coating right over here. Look, I'll show you. Let me see if I can clear my image here. Clear the image on your end as well. There we go. This here, it kind of peeled off a little bit. I just need to put just a tad bit of conformal coating so that the solder, when it adheres, it does not get out. Does not, although it wouldn't hurt if it bridges, honestly, because it's all the same pad. There we go. Just need to put a tad bit. Let me go ahead and use my UV lights, let that cure real quick. And while that does that, let me clean this up. While that does that, let me go ahead and grab my donor chip. Move that aside. Let me grab my board that we're going to be used as a donor chip. Got one over here. We're going to use this one as a donor chip. Now this one, I don't care if any of these connectors melt because it's a donor board. So let's see what it would have happened if It maybe wouldn't have, you know, if I done it to the top, but sometimes you gotta take precaution because you don't know if in fact it's going to melt any of the chips. So let's see if I wouldn't have, what would have happened to these other connectors here. Like for example, this connector or any of these or that one potentially looks all blurry for you guys. These over here, let me zoom out. It looks clear on my end. Why does it always get just so distorted on y'all's end? So these connectors here, that one and these other three here. I'm gonna heat it up from the top, remove that chip, which is the donor chip, and let's see what if any of those connectors actually melt. I'm just trying to get as close as I can here, where I'm able to remove this chip without any issues. And then we're going to do this from the top. This is the one, I should be doing this one from the bottom, to be honest. Make sure this chip is good, but I'm doing it to the top because I want to do like a quick lift without any issues, so that an even number, so that the solder balls underneath it come up evenly and I could just solder it back on to the new board without having to reball it. That's what I'm hoping for. And if I knock off components here, I don't care. So far, all the connectors look good. Okay, this is ready for me to lift up. Let me grab my tweezers here. Oh, yeah, that is perfect. That is perfect. Literally. Got an even number of solders. The solder balls are evenly, I think, maybe not. No, we did not. Some of these are actually bigger than others. We did not get an even number of solder balls. Ah. Okay, so what I'm going to do actually with this one is I'm going to put some flux, and I'm going to rub some solder going all the way across until we get some solder balls in it. But let me... What are you doing? What? Okay, let me put this in a chip holder. Okay. I want to be gentle with this one. We do not want to break it. We're just going to put some solder, some flux, and rub some solder all the way across to make these solder balls even. And we want this to just hold the chip for us while we do that. We don't want to squeeze it too hard because we don't want to break the chip. Let's go ahead and add the flux. We're trying to avoid from having to reball. I don't want to sit here reball, even if it's just a small number of balls, but we'll do it if we have to, but we want to avoid it. What I'm going to try doing is just getting some leaded solder and just put it through the chip. Have an even number of, you want the same height solder balls. Same height solder balls. Sometimes this works. Okay, same height solder boss. It's not tall enough, but it's not next to the chip. The height themselves are the same. I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't think that's gonna work, y'all. Let's just reball it. Let me clean off this, and then we're just gonna add some solder balls to it. It's not gonna work. It's just too small. Not tall enough in order for us to solder it on. So I'm just gonna use wick. Use our wick and remove this solder. Remove. Oh, all we did was basically lower the melting temperature with the solder we just used right now. And we're gently removing the solder. And then let's go ahead and just add the smallest solder balls we got. I think it's 0.25 millimeters probably. I think that's what it is. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I thought you guys were seeing my overhead camera. My apologies. You guys were not looking at what I'm looking at here. Now you are, but you weren't before. I'm cleaning the flux so we can put some new flux. We don't want that much on it either, though. So we're going to add a little dab of flux here, and then we're going to use our Q-tip, rub it. Oh, rub a dub on the chip. We don't want a whole bunch of blob on it. I'm just going to go ahead and rub it. And let's get our solder balls. Okay. 0.25. Nope, that's too big. Is 55. This is 30. We may end up having doing 30 if I don't have anything smaller than that. This one is 0. No, this is, doesn't say what it is. I don't have very much of this one either. I don't know. We'll take a look at that one. $65. 35. That's too big. 55 again. 30 again. Huh. Oh no, my wire. 76. 40. 40. What is this one? 45. This 30 is the smallest I got. That is not good. And this other one does not have it's not labeled with the size. So let me try that one. Let me see what size these are. I don't have very many of these, so I'm gonna check me. Oh, I think these are gonna work. These are going to work. I think these are perfect. But they're stuck together. Oh, that's way too many. Way too many. Yep, it is. I pour way too many solder balls onto this chip. It's okay though. It's okay. We're just gonna move them out the way. Sounds like my little boy is feeling better. We're gonna sit here and push these solder balls. Come on. It's time consuming. That's why I don't like reballing. This is one of the reasons why I do not like reballing, and I don't have a stencil for this, for the Wi-Fi chip. Whew. Doing this manual reballing is going to take me some time. We're not even halfway there yet.
Incoming call.
Oh man. This year, whew. My eyes, I feel like they're going cross-eyed right now. Change the HDMI on that PS5 already?
Incoming call.
Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. These damn solder balls are gonna end up pissing me off right now. It's going so good, and now got a little bit of alcohol on my tip over here because I don't want these solder balls getting stuck on my tip. I just want to be able to push them. Push, push, push. There we go. There we go. We're almost there. We are almost there. See a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay.
Incoming call.
I need 9 more balls. Six more. There we go. I think I missed one. Get that one real quick. There you go. Let me push this one. And just a tad bit. Everything looks to be good. Okay. Let's go ahead and heat this up real quick. I'm gonna lower my hot airflow because I don't want the moving all over the place. So about 40%. Actually, we're gonna do about 30%. If I see that they start moving, then I'll lower it down a little bit more. Let me see. Yeah, visible for you guys as well. I want to make sure these tack on real quick before we glue them all in place. Come on, come on, come on. Starting to melt. I don't want to put flux yet. See them moving. Uh-oh. See them moving. Let's add a little bit of flux. I don't know if they're all tacked on or not. I hope they are. If they're not, I'm going to be disappointed. I think some more, some are not. Hold on, let me check, because this one doesn't look like it's tacked on. Yeah, some are, some are not. I don't want to... I do not want to put flux just yet until they've actually soldered on in place. Look, some of these are gonna connect with each other like these two. Let me grab my X-Acto knife. I need to move these two. Okay. Turn on my airflow a little bit. And they should just settle in place. At least that's what I hope so. I didn't realize these two are already. These two are already merging together. Think I separated them? Maybe? I don't know. Yep, we did. Magical flux. I love it. They look perfect. I just needed to let it cool off real quick. We'll clean it up a little bit. We'll remove the flux and then set it on and flow it in place. And this one should be done. Let me see if it's already. Solder balls still look a bit shiny. So just making sure they're not. Yeah, they're good to clean. They've already hardened. What? Okay. I was gonna say, I thought the solder balls all adhered. That was getting me scared there for a minute. Alright, let me grab another one because I don't want to use the same one. And we can go ahead and clean this up. Awesome. That is good. Let's grab our chip. All right, this chip is ready for us to solder on. See how small this chip is? This here's my pinky. There's my pinky. And that's the chip. That is how small this chip is. That's my pinky. Oh man. Let's go ahead and solder it on. So first things first, I'll put a little bit of flux in here. Use a Q-tip. Q-tip, and we're going to mix it in. And then pin number 1, it is. First, we will know pin number 1 is at. Bottom left, so that's good. So pin number 1 is here as well. So let's go ahead and drop that there. And let's put this in place. This can be the hard part. I need to make sure these pins are aligned. Aligned here, which these at the moment are not aligned. They're too far back. Let me get a bit of alcohol on this. They're almost aligned, but not quite. Let's check one more time. Nope. Too far back. What about now? Almost, actually. Needs to be pushed back just a tad bit more. Okay. Right on the money. Literally right on the money. So long as this doesn't move, we should be good. So let's go ahead and flow it in place. I've got it set to 40% airflow. We're going to heat it up from the top slowly. As soon as we see that it tacks on, then we'll go ahead and add a little bit more flux and flow it in place. What are you looking for? What type of game? The only one I had was the Goku one, and I gave it to you last time. The Dragon Ball Z one. Dragon Ball Z. Alright, let's see if it's tacked on real quick. Should have. I believe that it has. Let's go ahead and another way I could find out is if I try bumping it, it shouldn't move. Which is not moving. So now what we do is add flux. Flux does wonders. It helps with the flow of solder. So we're going to increase our heat now to about 80%, twice the amount we had previously. We don't want it too hot. We don't want to burn these connectors. So 80%, I believe. I feel it's the right percentage of heat, just so that we can flow this chip in place. There you go. I've just seen it move. Yep. And now we'll let it cool off. Ah, oh, man, this process. I'm glad this process is over with. But no, this is the switch. The Wi-Fi. We don't have Wi-Fi chips. I got off a donor. Had to reball it because the chip they have is no longer good. I'm gonna let it cool off real quick, and then I'm gonna clean it, and then we're gonna test. Yeah, it's not hot anymore, so let's go ahead and clean it. Okay, that's done and done. Hold up. Okay. Okay. Oof, oof, oof. Let's go ahead and plug this in. keep getting thermal paste all over my face. Okay. Let's go ahead and plug these connectors in. Okay. Which advance are you trying to get up there? Which Game Boy are you trying to get out there? It has the battery mod and everything? Okay. Huh? The froze? Did you do the liquid metal and all that? Did you see if there's any oxidation? You know how these have the tendency of the APU breaking when you replace the power supply? Did you see if the APU is broken? Both the heatsink and the APU? That's not good. So more than likely it's going to be an APU issue, man. With that one. Yep, unplug it and try it again. I'd have to get the UART logs, but more than likely it's going to be APU problem. Now it doesn't power on? Hope it didn't kill my power supply. Oh. Mm-hmm. You know, it shut down. What, froze? Not shut down, it froze. It could be a corrupted BIOS, to be honest. It could be, potentially. Yeah, you can't fix that one, so. Alright, let's test our Wi-Fi real quick. Let's see if this thing charges, turns on. Okay. It is charging. It should turn on right now. And it will see if it'll detect Wi-Fi. Okay, let's see here. Settings. Internet. Internet settings, searching networks. Let's see here. There it is. Well, not seeing any on mine. Oh, there it is. Can we connect to it? All right, let me switch over real quick. Definitely don't want to show my password. Huh? Unable to connect to network. Okay, what the hell? Try this again. Re-enter password. Okay. Still isn't connecting. Did I select the right one? Hold on. Make sure I selected the right one. It's seeing the networks, but it's not connecting to it. I guess well, no, still didn't. Before, whenever you try to connect to it, babe, was it even seeing the networks at all? It was seeing them? Like this, look. Was it seeing them like this?
Only had like the previous ones that he had logged in, but it kind of like
these?
showing. Yeah, I think
It wouldn't show these here?
show the or is ours on there?
Yes, right there.
Yeah. Show the one had logged
I think maybe they have too many registered ones. So let me clear some of these. Connect to this network here. I think they have way too many. Preventing them to connect any others. I'm doing a few. Save. Save. Okay, I deleted all of them basically. Let's see if we're able to now again. What? Yep. It's still failing though. Failing to connect. The antennas are connected. I wonder if it's just my Wi-Fi. Because my Wi-Fi, if I get too many things connected as well, it won't work. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my hotspot. I have to turn it on though. I think I have way too many devices connected to mine. Okay, let me try my hotspot. Try my hotspot now. Not gonna share my password, of course. Let's see what that does now. Oh, yep, it's my Wi-Fi. I think I've reached the number of devices I can connect to. That is connected. Which is good. Alright, let me delete it off my hotspot. For PS3s? No. Huh? The analogs, I think, are the same, I think. Are you talking about the thumbsticks? Yeah, it worked. It's fine. I don't have. I think I had ordered some, but I don't know where they're at, man. On all analog sticks, Xbox. It was a 360. Babe, did I buy some thumbsticks for PlayStation 3? I thought I did. And if so, where would they be? Because I don't know where they are at. See, look, there goes some right here, and they're not even labeled. This is for PS4. I don't know, right? This VR, no. Yeah, but those are for 360. No, I don't have. Which one? This one here? No, these are USB-C charging ports for Sony. Why are they for controllers? The controller USB-C charging ports. Got a whole bunch of them in there. That looks to be Nintendo Switch. Alright, so this Switch is done. Took me too long because I had to reball, or else I would have been done with this one a long time ago. Huh? We don't recalibrate those. Those are different type of analogs. It's not the same analog sticks. Different types. There is a way to do it. Look up a YouTube video. It shows how to do it. I just never done it before. Not for the PS3 controllers. I only do PS4s and we can. We just have to order them. We don't have any. We don't have any for the PS3 because they're different. They are different. And did my wife tell you to get some Mm-mm. Mm-mm. If you're window watching, why are you window watching? Huh? Go ahead and say something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got people window watching. They're not saying nothing. They're just window watching. They're just lurking. Just lurking around. Just lurking around. Uh, 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 uh. Okay. Oh, somebody calling me right now. Gotta tell you, I like the new iPhone. It screens your calls before they actually come through. It screens the calls. Like it screens the calls. They have to basically say, especially if it's an unknown number, why they are calling, their name, and why they are calling before the call even comes through. So it's screen calling them. And I like that. Because I could just look at the message and nope. Collections, nope. Huh? No, they're trying to give me a loan. That's what they're trying to do. Trying to give me a loan, trying to get me more in debt. I think I forgot to put the screws for the. I probably did. $10.40. Huh? For the graphics card? $10.50? 1050 Ti? I know there's a way to do it. I don't know how it is. You have to look at a YouTube video. Okay. Huh? Oh, they were using that site? And I don't know why. But I wonder if they did anything special though. Still nothing? What are you looking for? Another cable? The only one I have is the one I have here. This one? It's the only one I have. I used to have more, but I think we sold them. I used to have, yeah. Okay. 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 Still nada. It could be the control. Huh? Whenever you look at the video, does it say you have to install certain drivers? Because usually the way it works is whenever it detects the controllers, it has to have certain drivers installed, and you probably don't have those drivers installed on your computer. Let's plug it into mine. Uh, Plug it in up at the top somewhere. Okay, and install the driver. The SCP toolkit information. DualShock 3 plugged in via USB. Successfully opened device. Genuine Windows detected. Plugged in port 3. Gamepad. So whatever that was, that toolkit. Yeah, you can. You just have to look for the drivers. Whatever the toolkit drivers for PS3 DualShock, you need to get those in order for you to be able to test those. It's good. It's not even drifting. Good, good, good. Oh, oh. Come on, man. You get me excited for nothing. Come on, Lee. Come on. Where's my, Oh. Hey, do not go in the trash. No, it's only the left one. Only the left one. Does feel broken? I don't have any analog sticks for PS3 though. I need to order some PS3s. Wait a second. Yep. The warranty sticker, in case they open it, it's no longer under warranty. Oh, that shit's nasty. That's just. Was that doing it by itself? I don't see it doing it no more. When I just move the Joy-Cons, both of them, it looks like it's pressing on these at the same time.
Oh, no.
Huh? Oh, you were clicking them? Oh, okay. Okay. It ain't doing it no more.
So what drivers do?
It says something that right there. SCP toolkit. SCP toolkit. SCP toolkit. Whatever drivers those are the ones that it needs. You just need to download the drivers. SCP toolkit drivers for DualShock Controller 3. Okay. Cleaned. Put the SD card back. And let's put the last 2 screws. Make sure these rails work and we're done. Notice that your channel could benefit from a large audience. No, it cannot. It cannot benefit by a large audience. I'm not willing to pay for it either. Please stop. Don't send me no more messages. I am not interested. I'm okay with having my one viewer, which is probably my wife. People trying to sell me on something. Replace Wi-Fi chip. Without issue. Able to see. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ready? Did I bring them all down? Huh? Brought them all down. Looks like I only have one left, which is the Xbox Series X for the trace repair, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that. It's gonna take me longer than 30 minutes. I'm gonna work on the switch. What'd you do with the switch you were working on? In here? Okay. See if I can figure this one out. Yep. Why is this rail not being detected? No. Well, they did originally on the rail. However, we replaced it, and it still isn't being detected. So this one's also the odd part is that the left one's working just fine. Is it the left one? No, the right one's working just fine, and the left one is not. So it's kind of an odd situation with this one. Kind of an odd situation. Let me just look closely though to see if we see any corrosion here, because it could possibly be that there is some sort of a knocked off component here. Maybe somebody potentially tried working on it and they could have knocked off a component. Let's take a look together. So it's displaying just fine, so that one's working. Only thing I saw here is got this thing here, whatever this is. That's nothing though. These components are good. That component's good. Everything here looks good. Let me see, are these maybe loose? Nope, they're not. Let's remove this real quick. What about this connector here? Looks good. Bless you. Oh. If it's that phone again, you don't need it, man. Can we put it up for sale? Can we put it up for sale? Ribbon, those pens, they look good. What's not that? What can it be? What can it be? I don't see any broken traces. Traces here look good. Oh. Let me see. Hmm. Handshake issue. Data. What? Hmm. Yeah, but every time I see it's the Joy-Con rail, but in this scenario, it's not the rail. We replaced it. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one here. It's not the right one. It's the left one. Okay, it's not that one. It's this one. Come on. We got 30 minutes, babe. We got less than 30 minutes. He still needs to take out the trash. And well, the flag, well, we don't worry about the flag no more. So, yep. Let's hope they don't take it, but it's just gonna stay out there. Oh, that's a screen protector they have, man. Yep. The screen protector. Nope. Nope. Didn't? Okay, it does. They do have one. It's the same one. They do have one Joy-Con. I need one more. I had one though. No, I had a blue one yesterday. What did I do with it? What did I do with it, babe? Because you know it all. That's why. Because you know it all. Oh, here it is. Or at least you like to think you know it all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. This one's detected just fine. Huh. Nope. Okay. It looks too dark though. Hello. Well, I guess the must have been the wind. Huh? I don't know. I don't know. Hmm? Hmm.
Yeah. It looks more to
I'm gonna have to do more research on this one. Okay. You just swapped out the rail, right? The entire rail? You didn't just swap out the ribbon cable, but you swapped out the entire the rail? Okay. Like this one? Oh. Okay. I think, what else can it be? No, it's not the NFC. It has to do with. So the Nintendo Switch has to shake off through a data rail. It's got a power rail and a data rail, and it has to do a shake off during the data rail. Figuring out which rail that is where my problem lies. I'm not sure where that shake off is happening, where I can start diagnosing from there to see. One of the things I can validate actually is if I'm getting actual voltage from this rail at all. Let me see if we have any voltage. It's on right now, so that's a good thing. It's actually turning on. Do we get 5 volts? Because we're supposed to have at least 5 volts coming in to that rail. I don't know which rail's the 5 volts, so I'm gonna check each one real quick. So 1 volt on the middle. So 4.9. So we are getting voltage. 4.9. We got 1. 5 volts. One volt, and then this one's got the 5 volts. So we do have voltage coming in. I'm not sure what the data line should be though. So that's 5 volts. The ESD diode array. The handshake is happening through the ESD diode array. I think I have potentially a board view. I want for the switch light, but I need one for the switch.
Oh,
Replace usually put meter and diode mode probe each ESD channel. That's somebody's name, Angelica. That somebody's name is Angelica. Angelica Rosales. Yeah, he likes card games. This one is an HAC HAC 001 model. Would one of those be bad? Hang up here side by side. That's different. This one has some extra components. I like that one. Grab another motherboard. Huh? One of the games we bought? What about it? Did it not work? It's a Game Boy Advance game? Is it an expensive one or a cheap one? Okay. I don't think this is going to be any better because this one looks like it's been corroded. So we're just going to test real quick. Yeah, it just means that potentially one of these is... Yep. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see if I can put it in there. Which one? Which way do I need to go? I need to go. Perfect. Move, baby boy. How do you do that? I don't know. How do you do it? Practice. Oh, you know how to do that? Oh, man. So that's like 5 volts. 1. Okay, I see a problem here. Let me turn this off real quick. Let me remove. A limited result is not following. Appreciate you hitting the follow button. Go testing this in here. Yep, 0.5. That's 1. Nope. 0.5, which is correct. I get 1 volt coming out. I'm not sure if this is a fault here. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. That's 1. That's 1. So we do definitely have a problem here. That's ground. 0.4. Okay, good. That's good. Could it be this little component here? Let me see here. This is 0.5. Ground. 0.5. 0.5. That's low. It's 0.2, and this one's giving me 0.5. This one here just giving me 0.2. So I'm going to replace that one tomorrow. This chip here. This here is giving me nothing. 0.5. Nothing. That one's giving me 0.5. This was giving nothing. 0.5. And this one just gives nothing at all. I think I found the problem for this one. Yeah, I just have to match values between this little rail where the ribbon cable plugs into and this chip here is not giving this right here, not giving any values whatsoever. When I go in there and test, red probe on ground, just that pin real quick, I get nothing. It's OL open line. However, whenever I check the donor board, let me turn this back on. Yes, timed. Touch this, we get 0.5 versus nothing. So that's going to be our issue, I believe. I'll do that tomorrow. We got a few minutes. I want to leave by 8, so I think we've caught up today. We don't have to stay. Go ahead and balance out, babe, so we can leave. If you're watching, thank you very much, y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm about to go ahead and end the live. Thank you very much. If you haven't done so already, if you're watching, if you haven't hit the follow button or subscribe, if you like this type of content, or like seeing how we try to diagnose and figure certain things out, hit the follow button or subscribe button. I'd appreciate it if you did that. Thanks, everyone. Peace. Stay blessed. And we will see you